even without seeing the entire route. You trust the Google map so much, yet you cannot see the entire route. That is faith. A patient trusts the doctor to diagnose or treat his or her illness, even when you don't understand the full process. That is faith. And I love how Hebrews defines what faith is all about. In the book of Hebrews chapter 11, which is our guiding chapter and our guiding verse for this month of July, this is how the author of Hebrews is defining what faith is. Hebrews chapter 11, reading from verse 1. Now faith is the confidence in what we hope for and the assurance about what we do not see. Faith is the confidence in what we hope for and the assurance about what we do not see. That is faith. You have confidence in that thing that you hope for and the assurance about what you cannot be able to see. That is all about faith. Jesus, in his works here on earth, he really challenged people to have faith. And Jesus, in his life here on earth, he performed a lot of miracles. But before Jesus performed this miracle, before Jesus could perform a miracle to you, he first had to test the level of your faith. He first had to demand for faith from you. And so this morning I want us to see this currency of faith as a currency that is used for miraculous transactions. So this morning I want us to see faith as the currency for miraculous transactions. Faith as the currency for miraculous transactions. And I want us to see Jesus in his ministry here on earth. The way he used to perform a lot of miracles. And Jesus never charged anyone. He never asked for money to perform a miracle for someone. He never asked for money for him to heal someone. But what Jesus had to look for first, before he heals you, before he performs a miracle on you, he first had to test the level of your faith. In the Gospel of John chapter 2, reading from verse 1 through 11, this was the first miracle of Jesus that he performed in Cana of Galilee. In John chapter 2, verse 1 through 11, we read about how Jesus and his mother received an invite to attend a wedding. Jesus and his mother have attended a wedding in Cana in Galilee. And when they were in that wedding, you know, a wedding is a very jovial, a very joyous occasion that is full of events, full of happenings, full of happiness and joy and jubilation. Something happened in this miracle that Jesus had attended. The wine got finished. And those people who were serving this wine informed the mother of Jesus that the wine is finished. And even the groom have not tasted this wine. What are we going to do? And so the mother of Jesus informed Jesus of what had happened in that wedding. And I want you to see Jesus as the Son of God. He already has power and authority from God the Father. And Jesus could have only said one word and a miracle could have happened in this wedding. But because Jesus wanted to test the level of the faith in these people, those people who had brought the information that the wine is finished, Jesus had to test the level of their faith first. So what Jesus did, instead of performing a miracle immediately, instead of saying one word and a miracle could have happened and there could be wine and wine in plenty, Jesus now tells these people, I want you to go. Now I want you to see in a wedding setup, time is of essence. And now Jesus has started giving out responsibilities that I want you to go and look for jars. Jesus didn't care how many kilometers these people were to go looking for these jars. What he wanted is them to take a step of faith and go looking for jars. And Jesus does not stop it at that level. He then again tells them, you are not only going to look for jars, but you're also going to fill these jars with water. Now I want you to see in a wedding, time is of essence. And now Jesus has started giving out responsibilities. That I want you to go and look for jars and even fill those jars with water. And I want you to see the faith that was in these people. They never argued. They never complained. They took a step of faith and went to look for jars, having no idea what the jars were to be used for. They had no idea what the water was to be used for. But they never complained. They never murmured. They never gave excuses. They never started saying that we are running short of time. But they took a step of faith and went, looked for jars, and filled those jars with water. And because of taking a step of faith, a miracle happened. And this was the first miracle of Jesus that is recorded in the Gospel.